Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. So I'm just cooking dinner and wanted to do a quick live video about why you may have gained weight this weekend and some of the pros and cons of various tracking tools, because you're probably a month into your New Year's resolutions, your diets, and the scales might not be showing you exactly what you want. So firstly, why the scales isn't maybe the best tool to track your weight loss. So firstly, when you've gone out on the weekend and let's say you've eaten quite a lot of carbohydrate type meals, so breads and pastas, you may put dessert in there, those carbohydrates get stored in your body, but they also attract lots of water into your muscles. It's called glycogen, and that glycogen plus water may account for like 2, 3, 4 pounds of weight that you've gained. And that weight gain isn't fat. To have gained 3 or 4 pounds of fat, you've had to overeaten by about 14,000 calories, which is some going. The other thing is kind of around your menstrual cycle. For females, obviously, there's going to be a weight gain from water again. And like, let's say you started the year and you're 3 weeks away from your cycle. This week, you might be on your cycle. Your weight could go up by about 7 or 8 pounds, which again doesn't reflect that your diet isn't working. It just reflects that the scales just shows that you've gained water or you're storing more carbs. Now, obviously, if your diet doesn't put you into a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose fat. So if you're following a set of rules, I think I mentioned this in my last video, if your rules are, let's say you're following Weight Watchers, which is points, or Slim World, which is sins, or you're going clean eating, so you're not eating anything dirty, processed food, or you've gone vegan, so you're not eating meat-based animal products, or you've gone keto, you're not eating carbs, like whatever your rules are, if you're still overeating on those foods, if you're eating healthy but eating too much, you won't lose fat. So you still need to be in a deficit. But assuming you are eating in a deficit and the scales doesn't show you that weight loss, there could be other factors going on. So what I want to show you is a selection of tools that you can use instead of just scales that might give you a more accurate picture of what's going on, some of the pros and cons, and some of the things to avoid when you're using them. So the first thing I want to show you is these kind of body fat scales. So these are Tanita. These are better than kind of just the body weight scales because they have they measure your full body fat distribution. Now, in terms of accuracy, they're okay as long as you get the variables right. They rely a lot on hydration, room temperature, how hydrated you are. So if you drink more water, you might show up as leaner, less body fat if you're dehydrated. So I had a couple of drinks yesterday. I'm not going to jump on the scales today because it will show up that I've gained fat, even though my weight might have changed. So they're okay to track trends. The scales tells me that I'm 15% body fat. I'm not 15% body fat because they're not that accurate. However, if I was regularly 18% and then regularly 16 and then regularly 14% and regularly 12, I can pretty much guarantee that I've lost body fat because of these. Now, things to avoid. I'm going to kind of build in my bullshit into these different kind of tracking tools. The handheld ones that you just get given, it just sends a signal through the top half of your body, and it's based on a sample of around 10 people. So 10 people who is not representative of you. So it's wildly inaccurate. The ones that you just stand on and don't have anything to hold on to, they just measure your body fat distribution from your lower half up to about your belly button. So it's fairly accurate, but if you're quite lean up here and you carry a lot of your body weight around your hips or your belly, you might show up as fatter on those scales than on kind of something that takes more of a full body estimate. The second thing I want to show you is, you've all seen these before, but tape measures. Probably one of the best ways to monitor your body composition changes is to take circumferences. So I'd recommend taking a chest measurement around the nipples, a waist measurement around the belly button, and also a glute or hip measurement around the biggest part of your bum, so hips around the fullest part of your bum. If you take those, generally that's going to give you a picture of how your body weight is changing. You're unlikely to gain lots of muscle around your midsection, but if you're a guy and you're training a lot of, not just guys, but if you're doing a lot of weight training, you might find the circumferences start to change. Some might shrink, some might grow, depending on muscle and fat. However, again, pretty accurate way to measure your changes in composition, changes in weight, and changes in fat as you go along. It won't tell you a body fat percentage, but you don't need to know that. You just need to kind of know: are you losing weight? Are you getting success with your plan? Which brings me quite nicely onto your phone. Progress photos are probably one of the best ways to track your progress because you can visibly see the difference. If you just keep looking at yourself in the mirror every single day, you're not going to see those kind of small changes that add up over time. But if you take some photos that say weekly or every couple of weeks and then look at them side by side, you're going to see a massive difference. Other people probably see a difference in your in how you look and probably make a compliment on how you're looking, but you might not see it yourself because you get to see yourself every single day. So using progress photos is a really good tool to do that. And then finally, I just want to show you the last way to kind of track your progress. Now, probably the most accurate way, depending on who's doing it, is to use body fat calipers. So you know when you strip down to your underwear and someone puts these on and pinches your fat bits? It is the most accurate way to track how much body fat you're losing. It doesn't, however, tell you what body fat percentage you are. So let's say someone goes and pinches maybe 4 to 7 sites on your body, and they add up all those sites, how many millimeters of fat you have, and then it gives you a total. Now you can put those totals into a software, a formula that will give you a body fat percentage. However, depending on which one you pick, you're going to be different on many different types. So you can just basically choose your body fat percentage. One might tell you you're 15%, one tells you you're 20, one tells you 25. It's with the same skin folds, but you're 3 different percentages. So it doesn't tell you what body fat percentage you are. However, it will show you what body fat you have lost because those measurements will go down. And also it doesn't get, what's the word I'm looking for, mitigated. It doesn't get affected by your body water, so that if you're hormonal through your menstrual cycle, you get water retention. You might get water retention from stress. You might get water retention from eating a lot of carbohydrate or salty food. You might get a lot of water retention from a lot of exercise that you're doing. However, doing the skin fold calipers is a great way to kind of disregard all of that water retention and just find out how much your fat your body's holding on to and how it changes. However, this does rely a lot on a skilled practitioner. So if your PT or your nutritionist, whoever you go to, just looks at you, eyeballs your tricep and just pinches and takes a reading, that is bullshit. It's that person might as well just guess, look at you and go, oh, you're 14 millimeters, you're 20 millimeters, because a skilled practitioner will mark you up on different bony structures, will draw lines, measure, and actually take it from specific parts on your body. Now, it takes a lot of time, it's a valuable service, but PTs do tend to just cut corners, or they're not necessarily trained well enough to be able to do skin fold calipers. So just I want to quickly summarize this. Your body weight maybe isn't the best way to track your progress because it does fluctuate quite a lot. So you can use a variety of what's called bioelectrical impedance, body fat percentages from scales. You can use tape measure, you can use photos, you can also use skin fold calipers. If you get a big kind of picture of all of those different metrics and just put them all out and say what's going on, you can then make the necessary changes to your diet and to your exercise plan. So if you're not achieving any progress, you can change it. If you didn't lose weight on the scales but everything else is dropping, it's probably something that's masking your success. So again, no need to change. But hopefully this has given you some good information on how to track your progress. And if you need any help, if your diet isn't giving you the results you want, just give me a shout and I'll be happy to try and put you in the right direction. So that's all from me. I'm going to crack on with cooking my dinner and I'll chat to you all soon. See you later.